disintegrate? Is it time to celebrate?
When I was in like grade 7 or 8, I asked my mom for a can of black paint. And I painted my room. I have a signature like line design style that I do. I tattooed the way I do, just I've always drawn that way. Doodling as a kid, like I've always done it that way. Paintings, I've always done it like that. I actually got a lot of flack starting out being told not to draw like that, and that's not a tattoo, no one would ever get that, but look where we are now. Hey, my name is Scott and I go by Sleestak. I grew up skateboarding, so the skateboarding art, there's a lot of stencils and simple, just black and white 2D shapes. So I painted with stencils forever, and then stencil kind of translate to the same way you can look at my drawings, and my drawings could also be simplified into a stencil. So I've just always liked that, just contrast of the very simple lines in the background. Born in Toronto, I love the city's energy. I feel like it's got a super cool environment for the whole flash culture right now. For the type of tattooing I do, it's very popular, and I think it's cool that there's a lot of support around it. Selling paintings, doing stuff, and the shop tattoo co in college was selling my paintings. And then at the time I didn't have a job, I was just painting and skateboarding and stuff. Apparently calling a tattoo machine a gun is like calling your own mother a whore. It's what I was told the first day. And I remember asking Glenn, I was like, oh yeah, like when can I get my first gun? And he's like, oh, I have no idea you're interested in guns. Like, yeah, I go to the range all the time, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, like your tattoo gun. He's like, don't ever fucking say that, man. Like, it's called a machine. The first tattoo I ever did was an eye illustration on my friend's leg on January 18th, 2017. The two most gnarly tattoos that I've done have been Punish Me on this girl's vagina and 7 dwarves eating out Snow White on my friend's thigh. First tattoo advice, I'd say just make sure you eat lots, keep a clear head, like don't overthink it, it's really not that bad. Like you see every other person on the street has a tattoo, so it's all just a head game. If you tell yourself you can do it, then you can do it, just like anything else. I'm super skinny, I have them everywhere and I survived, so you can do it too. My favorite tattoo on myself would either be my first one ever. I got a skateboard that says Roll Forever when I was 15. My mom, I remember passing the grade 10 exams and my mom was like, yeah, you can get it. She signed off. That was super rad. The X kind of started as, I always did them as like brush strokes, like on the walls that I was painting. The logo made there, one on each pinky for like the end of me. Yeah, I kind of just see them everywhere. I thought it was cool, simple, easy. So early on in painting, I was like started getting a lot of attention, like selling paintings and painting bars and things like that. And I needed a name. I didn't want to write Scott on anything. I'm a huge Will Ferrell fan. I have a massive portrait of him on the side of my leg. And we were watching Land of the Lost with my roommates, and they just kept saying Sleestak. It was written on the caves and this. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty out there name. Like I don't think anyone else has that. And that's all it was. So getting to tattoo rappers is always a fun experience. One of my friends had set me up with Castro in Fiji, who's Calm Down from Toronto. Castro is from Atlanta originally, so he's friends with Lil Yachty and like knows those guys. Yachty had a show at Rebel, I believe it is, and he came down. I guess they were looking for tattoos, and Castro called me and he was like, yo, can you pull up to the hotel? I was like, for sure I can, like what's going on? He's like, I'm here with the audio. I was like, fucking sick, I'm there in like 10 minutes. Like get there as quick as I can. I pull up to the hotel room and there's like Yachty and like all these girls, all these people, and there's like 30 people. I'm like so overwhelmed. And at this point I'd only been tattooing for 3 or 4 months maybe. I didn't even own my own machine. I like grabbed Sean, who's Kegger Tattoos on Instagram. I took his like shading machine and was just like doing all these tattoos in the hotel room, and like it was super crazy. And Lil Yachty tattooed me. That was a fun experience as well. Luckily, like it was cool that they like trusted me and that I got to do that. And then the next time he came back, tattooed him again and again. I've tattooed him maybe 4 or 5 times now. I got to tattoo Jais Cartier as well, Morgan on the Toronto FC. I was supposed to tattoo Lil Peep 2 weeks before he died. Never got to, unfortunately, because he passed away. It's cool being around them and seeing their clout and like how much people like are interested in them when they're out, but they're no different than like the regular person.